Hey there everyone, it's your crafty BFF, Vicki Howell, here to show you how to add an applied I-cord edging to your knitting. Okay, so for this you will need a set of 2 double-pointed needles or a circular needle and your yarn. I'm going to use a contrasting here just so you can see, but you could do this absolutely tone on tone. So because I'm working with a garter stitch piece, this is a mitered square, you'll see that there are bumps. That makes it really easy to see where you pick up stitches because we'll be picking up stitches in between every bump. If we weren't working with one, or if we were working with a square like this log cabin square that has both garter stitch sides and then the bottom of stitches, you would pick up for the garter stitch side in between each bump, and then when you got to the bind off, this is the bind off edge, you would pick up a stitch for every bound off stitch and then reverse. Okay, so we need to leave a tail. Well, we need to leave a tail for weaving in, and we need to cast on 3 stitches in any manner that you like. All right, let's begin. So we want to start by picking up a stitch in between, and you can pick up either both or one, the top loop. I'm picking up the top loop because for this, I just think it'll look tidier, but depending on your gauge and what you're working on, you may need the stability of both, going under both loops. Okay, from here, that's wrong. Okay, let's get started. So first we're going to cast on 3 stitches. It doesn't matter what cast on you use. I like to use the single tail cast on, but that's just me. Onto a DPN, and then we want to slide it to the opposite side or circular, but that's why you need to have some form of needle that has 2 ends on it. And then we want to take that yarn from the back and knit 2 of those 3 stitches. Then when we get to that 3rd stitch, we're going to slip it purlwise. Then we're going to go over to our piece where we want to attach or apply our I-cord. And we're going to pick up a loop in between the garter bumps. Then we want to knit those together through the back loop. The first one's always a little fussy. And that's our first row applied. Then we need to slide it on down and repeat the process. And what's happening here is we're keeping our working yarn, we're taking that and we're bringing it across to work again, and that's what creates the I-cord. It causes it to tube, to fold into itself. So again, we're going to knit 2. Slip the 3rd one purlwise, pick up a loop, and then knit 2 through the back loop. All right, so that is your repeat. If you're finding the knitting through the back loop is a little bit too fussy for you, you can go a different route. So you're still going to knit those first 2 stitches. You're still going to slip purlwise, but then you're going to use your left-hand needle to pick up that loop. You're going to slip that stitch back on to your left-hand needle, again purlwise, and then knit them together, knit 2 together as you normally would. It'll give you the same result. It just depends on if you want that extra step. And that is all there is to creating a really clean I-cord edging. All right, once you have gone all the way up your side, you are ready to bind off. You can see you have a really nice clean edge. And you'll bind off just like you normally would if you were just working an I-cord independently. So you knit the first 2 stitches, pass the second one over the first, repeat, and then feed that tail through, and you might have to pull it down a little bit, and there you go. Really easy. It gives it a nice sort of, I like the contrast, but it gives it a finished edge. One thing to note is that you might notice that it is pulling ever so slightly, and that is because the gauge is a little bit different from the stockinette stitch of the I-cord than the garter stitch. However, it is so slight that it's almost unnoticeable, and also once you block it, you should be good to go. All right, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. Thanks.